Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Blue Clouds Media. It is me again. My name is Nate Zion. As usual, bringing you the best sports you can ever hear. Yeah, not a good news for all Chelsea fans, I assume. I know it's not the best of news, but yeah, we're streaming live on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. So let us know where you're watching us from if you join the platform. We have Ryan also here with us. Ryan is joining us here in a minute. I will introduce all my panelists to everyone that is joining us. Wherever you're joining us from, let me know. You're always welcome. Send your comment in. Let us know what you think of the game, the big game that just came to an end at the Etihad Stadium. Ryan even said in the chat earlier on, he sent that in the text. He said I think it's about, let me see what Ryan sent earlier in the chat. In a minute. Should have get that ready. I had that earlier on. I think Ryan said something about 25 years since Chelsea was being knocked out in the third round. I'm very sure if that's what Ryan said earlier on. But yeah, we're going to go through the game. We're going to go through the game right from the beginning to the end. What Potter did was, if Potter's starting lineup was right, the way he set up the team was right. Do you think that he should have gone to the Etihad playing young players without a backup, without supporting them with experienced players in the bank? What did Kai Havertz did? Were you satisfied with Mason Mount's performance? Were you satisfied with Conor Gallagher and all these guys? Will enter it. Let me welcome everyone to the stream. We have Hams, we have Ryan, we have Lord. Guys, welcome to the stream.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
It's always a pleasure, Mr. Ryan. I know you don't feel the best, but I'm just gonna make you talk, but not too many talking. Okay, we're gonna start from this is the review of the game, and I'm gonna start my questions first. This is what I think Potter should have done right, and I feel like he did wrong. Right from the onset, I expect Potter to repeat the same starting lineup that he started with a couple of days ago at the bridge. Well, he didn't do it. I was thinking maybe consistency. Lots of people want to see Zakaria. He had a very, very good performance at the bridge. So you want to repeat and see what he's made of and how can he be consistent with his team going forward. We did not see that happen. What do you guys make of the starting lineup? Start from Hams on my right hand side.
Well, as expected, there was going to be changes with the team because it's a cup game. But yeah. I was disappointed with the lineup, kind of, because it's a cup game where we had nothing to lose, and in this position we're in terms of like form or where we are right now is not happy. Was not where we're supposed to be, but it's happened. So I'm disappointed with the lineup, but there's still some players that we know that has done something for us, but at this moment of time has not delivered. So yeah, that's the only negative part. But yeah, it's just upsetting that we couldn't come with a stronger lineup for this game.
Yeah, I agree with you. Herbert said you guys are awful, and then he went ahead and said, I can see Chelsea don't care about Potter because he ain't done anything in the game while you have Champions League winners in there. Absolutely, that is right. You know, going back, I'll come back to you, Lord. Going back in the game that we played in Stamford Bridge, Chelsea played very, very well in the first half because of what because Manchester were very awful. Manchester City were very, very awful. But as soon as they changed their tactics in the second half, Graham Potter could not stop it. Could not change his style, could not move things around to see what he can do to stop Manchester City. The same thing we saw today. In the same beginning, from first whistle to the end, Graham Potter did not do anything different. We did not see anything different. In the second half, a little bit of Hutchinson and then Fafana coming in to change a little bit. So I agree with what Herbert said. Potter did not do much in the case of the game. And you have Champions League winners, Kai Havertz thinking the plays. So, Lord, what do you think? First off.
Well, I mean, it's not a surprise really because it wasn't our first team. But what I will say, when Manchester City play their second team, whoever comes in, they still play the same way, the same style of football. Yeah, the manager got it drilled into them. When Chelsea play their second team, it's just so disjointed. The players don't know what they're doing. So yeah, I'm not surprised we lost. Big score line, which was a bit of a blow really. But Potter, I think the job's too big for him. I really do.
I agree, Ryan.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
What do you make of the whole game?
Yeah.
Ryan?
I mean, it was clear to me when I saw the Chelsea lineup that I think Potter's prioritising the Premier League. It looks like the Fulham match you guys have got on Thursday, but because there was a lot of senior players on the bench rested, I'd say like the first 20 minutes, Chelsea went toe to toe with Man City. They made a strong start, not spectacular, but they were pressing, they were energetic, they were actually frustrating Man City. But once Mahrez scored that worldie, then you could see the momentum swing. And then Man City got those quick fire second and third goals, and basically the game was over by then. But for me, some of the players in the Chelsea shirt the first half, especially Kai Havertz, they have to look at themselves in the mirror, man. That was like not enough effort, not playing for the shirt. I'm a Liverpool fan, so if I saw Liverpool players not giving that much effort, I'd be fuming. Because you can lack quality, lack confidence, be in poor run of form. You can come here and be 3-0, 4-0 down at half time, and you can understand it. But if you're not giving 100%, then that's inexcusable for me. And I saw a couple of Chelsea players that first half not giving 100% work ethic.
That sounds it all. I was just watching ESPN, and Frank Lebert was questioning the attitude, the attitude of the players. It looks like they don't care. There was no fighting spirit right from, about 15 minutes to the end of 90 minutes. There was nothing there. Players are very in the spirit, and I understand that they are very young players in the team that are very, very inexperienced. So Herbert said Potter needs time. Everyone is judging him. Again, TT, who won Champions League in 6 months, it's awful. It's unfair, it's unfair, especially with all injuries. Yes, we understand there are injuries, but what some of the fans are saying is there's no pattern of play. We can't tell what. Okay, when you go to Antonio Conte, you go to Tottenham. Tottenham, they can sit deep and hit you on the break. That is their style. But what is the style of Potter at Chelsea? We haven't seen it. Even if you don't have the quality of players, we're supposed to see what you're trying to do. I remember when Manchester City employed Pep Guardiola to Manchester City. When they employed Pep Guardiola, you could tell what they are trying to play, the style they are trying to play, but then it wasn't working until they move on to buy those players that can implement the style.
Yes.
We can't find it. So I don't know, Lord, what do you want to say? The style of play.
Yeah.
And then some of the players.
I've said it yesterday, and I'll say it again. when Tuchel came in, the first game 0-0 against Wolves, we saw his style of play. We saw how he wanted. It was just a complete transformation from that game to Lampard's last game. It was just chalk and cheese. Now Potter, he's been here 3-4 months already. I'm still not seeing a style. Yeah, I don't mind, because we're in transition, I don't mind if the results aren't all perfect, but we should still be seeing some style of play, how he wants to play. But it reminds me of Manchester United under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Just the difference is Ole was getting the results. It feels like the only way we can win is by individual brilliance. Like somebody doing a moment of brilliance, moment of magic, or a great pass or something. The team's not really functioning in the right way, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with you. Hams, what do you think?
I believe that. I think it has. We haven't seen much of Potter in terms of how he plays. He's always been inconsistent on how he played. Like last game, we played good. This game, we played really bad, and it just you can't see a pattern where there's no consistency of what we're gonna do. I think it's like how the attitude of how the players come into each game, and I feel that Potter still needs to find some players in the window so he can add players in the team. But it just looks like he's just overthinking, or this job is too difficult, and he's and fortunate for him, he has the injuries that you can pardon him. So that's what I think at the moment.
Yeah, let's get to that before we get into individual players concerning the attack, the midfield, and then the defense. Is there anything Ryan want to add to it before we move on to that aspect?
Nah, just I think obviously with Chelsea losing Chile and Reece James to injury is a massive loss, right? Just because that's kind of Chelsea's plan A, that's their formula for success, is the kind of aggressive, pacey wing backs that can burst forward, create overloads, and then have a front three with a target forward down the middle. You can argue Man City play a similar style to that, but I think like Lord was saying before, if they get one or two injuries, like Kyle Walker gets injured or Cancelo gets injured, then they've got the likes of Rico Lewis, Ake, Stones can kind of slip in. If Foden gets injured, then Bernardo Silva comes in. It's fluid for them. They can get injuries, people come out, others come in, and it doesn't affect their style of play. They still play the same way. Chelsea don't have that kind of versatility, and that's a big part of the reason I think they're struggling, because they have all these injuries, and Potter's trying to come up with different styles and systems of playing to adapt to the whatever players he has available.
But Ryan, with all these injuries that he have, you just said, when Kyle Walker get injured, there's Aki there is what's his name? Is it
Rico Lewis?
Rico Lewis. Rico Lewis is right there. Amazing player. I mean, it's very difficult to mark this guy because he's all over. He comes in and you could tell that he's doing the same exact thing that Kyle Walker was doing. He's doing the same exact thing that what's his name? The other guy will do it, because there's a style of play. You get what I'm saying. I know it's very fluid because we don't have any. It looks like everyone has his own style. When Reece James plays a different way. When you have a different person that plays there, also plays in a different way. Why wouldn't Potter give them instruction? This is how I want you to play. You go here, you step here, don't go across this line, stay here to there, and that kind of thing. I'm not a technical guy, so that's why I'm talking like a layman. So what I'm saying is, why don't they have a pattern of play? When this person is there, the other one that comes in and replaces him does the same thing.
Yeah, the easy answer is that the current squad they have, the players don't have those qualities. Like who did you have playing fullback today? Chalobah. He's not like he's completely different player to Reece James and Chilwell.
Yeah.
You're not going to see him like bomb forward down the wing and put crosses into the box. That's not his strength. So yeah, you got to you got to just account and accept that Chelsea do have a lot of injuries, and Potter's trying to do the best right now, experimenting different systems, players. It's not easy for him.
Yeah, I understand. Thank you very much for taking your time to explain all that to us. Let me read a little bit more from Herbert. I think we have the only Herbert in the chat. If you're also there, you want to contribute, send your comments in, and then we'll read it. Herbert said Potter is a project manager. He needs time to implement his style of play. Chelsea fans need to be a bit more patient with the rebuild, which is more understandable. Ole is a big fraud. Potter is actually a good coach. Potter is a good coach. He's proven himself at Brighton, but he's yet to prove himself at Chelsea. When the injuries and everything comes over, we'll see what Potter is made of.
What I'll say to that is that when Tuchel landed off that plane, Chelsea were at a very, a low. They were down in the dumps, weren't they? Under Lampard, they were just not performing. They were just doing nothing, right? Now, he came in off the plane, and the next game he showed he got us playing nice football in that one game, and you can't tell me any of those were his players. He just literally landed into the job. So that's what I would say to counter that point that Herbert made.
But I can also counter into what you are making right now, the point you're making at this moment. When Potter came under a poor performance from Thomas Tuchel, Potter took the team for 9 games unbeaten before we had all these injuries coming in. Reece James is gone, then Chilwell and other players coming in, going through a lot of injury. So I'll say also Potter has done a good job.
No, I hear that, but what I think you're mixing up results and style of play. Potter went 9 games unbeaten. That's fine, a good result.
But there's no style.
Within that 9 games, I couldn't see how he was setting us up and how he wanted us to play. That's what I'm getting at. Yeah, I'm not denying the results were good at the start, but I didn't. Every game I watched, I didn't see what style we were playing, how triangular passes, this or that or that. I'm not a coach, so I can't say exactly, but that's the point I'm making. I couldn't see a fundamental difference from when Tuchel left. That's what I'm trying to say. However, when Lampard left and Tuchel came in, I saw a fundamental difference without any training sessions. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, I think Tuchel is just a levels better manager than Potter. Now, in 12 months down the line, 18 months down the line, Potter could prove me wrong. He could turn out to be world class. But I'm just giving you my opinion as of today, as of what I think. I think Tuchel is far clear of Potter as a manager.
All set and done. All set for him. Herbert said Chelsea don't have 6 first team players. How is he supposed to implement a style of play with the B team? Well, maybe one of you can answer that to Herbert. He said Tuchel is a big name in football. Player know him. No one knows Potter. That is why that familiarity isn't there. Yeah, it is true. It is true. When you're coming from a transition of that small team to a big team, there's always a big gap, because him at Brighton, those players that he brings in wants to prove a point and be able to play in the Premier League. So every little instruction that he gives them, they stick to it. They do it. They will do it. But then you come into a team that have seen it all before. He's got a lot of Champions League winners. So sometimes they don't even take what you're saying very serious until you're a big name coach with big ego. Then you can go ahead and say anything and for them to listen. But if you're not a big name coach, it's kind of very difficult to implement say things for big egos like Mason Mount and what's his name? Kovacic and all. Kai Havertz got a very big ego. A lot of people don't know that guy. He's got a very, very big ego. So he's also a very difficult player to manage. So I don't know what you guys want to say about Ryan or Hams or anything in terms of this topic. Anyone want to add anything to it? Graham Potter, before we move on to the attack.
I just think that when Tuchel's been at like PSG, Dortmund, he already had like some sort of like big portfolio, like a CV.
Yeah.
Also, I know he's been to the Champions League final with PSG, so he has that. But yeah, Potter, he only been to Brighton and maybe some other clubs that he's been to, which obviously is the inexperience of him. That's the only that's the only thing you would get. That's the thing we're working with, and we just have to see what he does with the team. So it's not going to be easy, in my opinion.
Lord.
Yeah.
We move on to the attack and then the starting lineup, guys. That's what I started with. Was the starting lineup all right? Was the selection all right? Was it right for you guys? Let me start with Herbert before I come to Lord. Herbert. I mean, sorry, not Herbert. Ryan. Ryan, when you look at the starting lineup, were you okay with the starting lineup?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I think I mentioned it earlier that it looks like Potter's prioritizing the Premier League.
Yeah.
Because he's resting, some of the senior names. So yeah, it was kind of a blend of young players and the more senior players. I like that Omari Hutchinson was starting. Lewis Hall, I thought he had a decent game. He could have maybe gone for more experience at the back.
That's what I said.
But having said that, I've forgotten his name. Who was the young centre back playing for Chelsea today?
Yeah,
I can't remember his name, but he had a really good game.
Oh, the writers back center back guy
Humphreys, right?
Humphreys, yeah.
That's not
Humphreys.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was solid.
Yeah, I agree.
He was actually really good.
Yeah, I mean the first 15-20 minutes it was a very good. Chelsea played very well, which we've seen that at the bridge. Havertz was dropping deep. When he does that, he drops some of the uh, defenders with him, and that creates space in the back for Chelsea to run into it. But then after we got that penalty, there wasn't any changes. It looks like Chelsea were just down. There was no fighting spirit. Chelsea were not doing anything different to trying to get a goal. We didn't even have shots on target. And I could even say right in the first half, the number of chances that we have, the touches, and we have. Kepa had 29 of these touches. Trevor Chalobah 31. I think 42 for Bashi. I think the new guy, right? Koulibaly had 38. Lewis Hall 29 touches. Gali got 22. Jorginho 26. Another stinker of a player. Cover 13. Mount 10 touches. Havertz 21 and ZH 20. I think I have Mount 2 times. Mount was just 10 of them. So lots of the touches were Koulibaly, Kepa, and then Kai Havertz. Jorginho 26. And what did they do with the ball? Nothing. They were just passing the ball back and front. Think we lost Hams is back again.
The problem with Zion is that if he was more conservative and he plays Thiago Silva and Aspi from the start, let's say Chalobah and who is it? Maybe Lewis Hall are on the bench. Say one of those two gets injured, Thiago Silva or Aspi, or both get injured, then you're really in trouble because you just don't have you've got all these injuries, you don't have the depth, and you've got Fulham on Thursday. So I think he made the decisions that he had to make in terms of team selection.
But I asked the question was that what do we have to lose? This is the only chance that we could win a trophy. That's the only chance that we had. So why wouldn't you go in all out? If you have the belief that Todd Bowley, you visited him, he has all the back end, and he said he's going to give you the chance to prove himself. This is just a cup competition. It's still not the Premier League. It's not the Premier League. So why wouldn't you put in some effort instead of going to
100%.
Etihad? Instead of going to Etihad playing academy players without any experience in the back, you're playing players that haven't played the Premier League before, playing against players like the Mahrez, young player as a defender, young player. Where is that experience?
Yeah,
Without
I'm
any.
a
Go ahead.
believer that you should always try for the cups. What's this resting players thinking about the next game? You know, you live for today. What you're doing in front of you. You know what I mean? I'm agreeing with Ryan what Ryan said, but that's probably why he did it. But I don't agree with it. I'm a believer. Just play the game that you've got right now. Go to win it. You know, go.
That's what Arsenal are doing. That's what the Arsenal are doing. They play every game like a final. Arsenal play every game like a final. And also, like I said, you don't know, injury can come in at any time. All these players can play this game and have no injury. They can get injured on the playing ground if you're not playing a competitive game. So you don't know. Why wouldn't you go for it? Just go for it. Because right now you're trending. Potter out is trending. You know what I mean? I understand the situation. I would like to keep Potter because it's a project manager, just like Herbert said. So we'd like to keep someone like that. But then he's not making his case easy for himself by the starting lineup. Anyone can come in. It's a debate. Let's have a conversation.
Yeah, also like to lose 4-0, it's like, okay, we understand City are far superior, but at least make it a contest. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a believer that Tuchel, Luis Enrique, class managers like that, they may have lost the game with that starting lineup today, but I believe they would have made a contest out of it. Maybe a 2-1 loss or 1-0. You know, it's just 4-0. It just looks disgraceful, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, this is very funny coming from Herbert. Herbert said that Koulibaly, he got the John Terry shirt and he becomes a John Cena. Now here,
Nowhere to be seen.
Nowhere to be seen.
Nowhere to be seen. Yeah, absolutely. That's funny. John Terry to be John Cena. Pep Guardiola, Chelsea must give Potter time. Yeah, Herbert, we are. Chelsea definitely. I mean, we had the fans are talking, but I'm sure Chelsea, the team itself, have given Potter time. But he has to.
Pep's got to say that, innit? So it makes his life easier, his job easier.
Yeah, he doesn't make
yeah, he doesn't make his job easier. I didn't need time. I didn't need time in Barca because I had Messi there. Oh, that's Pep Guardiola. That's what he said. He said I didn't need time because he has players like Messi. So yeah, Graham Potter don't have Messi. We don't have Messi. We have John Cena, and then Kai Havertz. But hopefully, those guys will make a difference.
And by the way, Chelsea need to get a goalkeeper very quickly. Very quickly. Kepa not good enough. Mendy not good enough. They both need to go, or one needs to be back up. Chelsea need a top keeper, otherwise they won't even sniff a league title until we get a new keeper. Because the amount of high-profile mistakes is just not good enough. Like Kepa came out rushing off his line, then retreated back on his line. He's lucky the guy just shot wide. Like, you got to come and claim that ball. Like, just come out and catch it. What's this coming out and come back in? It's a penalty, not a strong hand. It's not good enough.
Go ahead. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, Mo, I'll send it to your Twitter page. It's gonna be there right away. I'll send it to your Twitter page. Mo wants to join us, the owner of the Blue Lounge YouTube channel. He wants to join us and then have a discussion with us. I really appreciate it. So yeah, Ryan, you can we're having a conversation, so you can jump in if you want to. I know how good you are with that stuff. So yeah, jump in, Ryan. Or anyone can just take over. If you have any other thing you want to talk about, guys, go ahead and then talk about it.
Gonna get out.
in course of the game. Yeah, Gallagher. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Lord wants to say something about Gallagher.
Yeah, Niz, I would pay 20 million for Klopp to take Gallagher.
Um,
I wouldn't even demand a fee for him. He's trash, utter garbage. That's all.
if I wanted to describe that game, it was like a race between a Bugatti and a Toyota. That's how the game was, to be honest. There was no really urgency in this game. A bit frustrating to watch. I don't understand how the starting lineup wasn't similar to the Thursday lineup. I don't understand. It looked like first 20 minutes it wasn't spectacular, but we managed to stay in the game until Mahrez scored the free kick, and the heads dropped, and then City took control, and it was far too easy, which was disappointing, to be honest. And these players had to look at themselves in the mirror and just think of what went wrong and how could they react for that disappointing 4-0 loss. It was, to be honest, it was embarrassing to watch.
Lord, you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. I think we have Mo with us over here. Welcome to the stream, Mo.
All right, Neil, how you doing, brother?
Doing great, doing wonderful. I just sent the link to you. You can just share it for me if you get a chance.
I'll check it. I'm in the car right now, so I'm talking to you from the car.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have my computer with me. I'm talking to you on my phone.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
How you doing? How's everyone doing?
We all doing good. We all doing good.
Good.
Hans, Lord, and Ryan. We all doing good. We have one Liverpool fan and two Chelsea fans here, and we're discussing the game, the starting lineup, and what went wrong and what went right for Potter. What he should have done better instead of their starting lineup. So
what went right? Nothing went right.
The man of the match was the man of the match of the game.
This is what I think went right. We're out of the competition, so we can reset ourselves, not continuing. So yeah,
we just had 6 weeks to reset ourselves with the World Cup.
I think the man of the match.
Mo, who did most support? Sorry.
Yeah, Mo is a Chelsea fan. He's a big Chelsea fan.
Okay.
Yeah, big. He has a big YouTube channel. Yeah. As of now, he's very busy with work, so he's
medium
not live like he used to be.
YouTube channel. Medium-sized YouTube channel.
No. So yeah, right. Mo, take us through. Take over.
All right. Well, the thing is this: I wasn't surprised at the lineup. I wasn't surprised at the selection. He was going to make changes. He was going to give opportunity to players that didn't really have the opportunity. He took a risk, and unfortunately, the risk didn't pay off for him today. The thing is this: what he did today was expected. However, I think the performance on the pitch wasn't up to the standard that we demand as Chelsea fans. The problem isn't just today. The problem has been for quite some time now. And me as a Chelsea fan and a person who wants to see Potter succeed, I mean, I have been a big critic of Graham Potter, but I do want to see him succeed because his success means Chelsea's success. However, we haven't seen any advancement. We haven't seen any development. We haven't seen anything change from day one till today, and especially the last batch of games before the World Cup and since the World Cup.
Facts.
I made a video talking about the next 8 fixtures, which included the 2 Manchester City games and the Liverpool game in 3 games from now. We have Crystal Palace and Fulham coming up now in the Premier League before we face Liverpool. The thing is this: these games have become must-win games, and I don't see Graham Potter able to get us results against Crystal Palace and Fulham right now, and that is a big problem for Chelsea. Because if we're going to go into playing Fulham and Crystal Palace, and we're going to be feeling that we need to get a result, and are we going to get it? Are we not? Because let's be honest right now. As Chelsea fans going into those games, we're not confident. Whereas in the past, playing Fulham or Crystal Palace, we'll be thinking about a walk in the park here. Give some rest to some players. Give the youngsters a chance. Now we're going to be playing our best 11, and we're still not going to be sure if we are going to get a result. And that's where we are today. Now, yes, we've had a transition. Yes, we've had new owners come in. The system has changed. The management team has changed. The administrative team has changed. The backroom staff have changed. We've got a whole bunch of players coming to the team. New players. We've got 3 new lads coming into the team over the past couple of days. But still, I don't think we have the manager. And again, please don't take this as me hating on Potter. But I don't think we have the level of management to take us to that next level, because that's what we should be doing. When we sacked Thomas Tuchel, whether you agree or disagree with that decision, we did not bring in someone who is better than Thomas Tuchel. In fact, we downgraded. We should have upgraded. We downgraded. The fact that Thomas Tuchel wasn't a yes man to Todd Bowley and the new ownership should have been something that they addressed in a positive manner. This is a man that's going to tell us how it should be done. Todd Bowley, all due respect, you are not a football man. Iqbali, you are not a football man. You have a football man in charge in Thomas Tuchel, who has just won the World Club Cup, the Champions League, and the Super Cup. This is the man that you need to sit back and support. You gave him a transfer window. You allowed him to buy the players that he wanted to buy, and then you sack him before he has one game with those players. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is a fantastic striker when taking into account he was going to be playing for Tuchel, because Tuchel knows the lad. He knows how to use him. He knows how to utilize him.
Yeah.
Aubameyang today is useless. And he isn't useless because all of a sudden he's just become shit. No, he's useless because he isn't being employed in the right way in this system. Okay, I saw him against Man City playing out wide in the last game. Why is he playing wide? Why do you bring him on and then take him off? If you think you can only have him for 60 minutes in that game, yes, you had an injury, bring somebody else in and leave him towards the end of the game, because he's a striker. We're behind and we need to score a goal, and we take off on Aubameyang. So there's a lot of decisions that are not resonating with me right now. And this is the issue. I think that Todd Bowley is out of his depth. And in the last press conference before this game, you could see him, I'm not going to say losing his cool, but you could see him talking from the heart, because he has now gotten to a stage where he can't keep on just giving us the same diplomatic answers. He needs to start to address these issues. And again, this is my opinion, but I don't think Potter is the man for the job. I'm sorry, I just don't see it.
100%. I agree with everything you just said. 100%.
Yeah.
I agree with a lot of what Mo just said. But look, owner of Chelsea Football Club is not a football man. But I think he has a guy, he brought in Christopher Vivell, who is a football guy that are guiding him. And then everybody would say Marina, at that time, Marina wasn't a football woman herself. But then she's done deals where some people can say those deals were not right. Some deals went on well. But then, just like Mo just said, Tuchel brought in certain players that he think he can use them. If you know you're not going to allow him, he doesn't abide to your project, why do you give him the chance to buy those players? Now, everybody's saying Aubameyang to be a very, very bad player. And we know Aubameyang is very a good goal scorer. But then we don't see him. A lot of players have been played out of position. Even also under Tuchel also. He played Mason Mount, and some players are, out of possession because teams were not working right. And, I know what is going on. It's been difficult. Let's concentrate a little bit on today's game, Mo. Today's game. I know the problems is there. We're still around the problems. What do you think in the game itself? First up, what do you think besides the problems that we all know? Potter is there 5.5 years. That's what he's gonna stay with the club. That's a long time. And it took a lot of money to buy him, to pay for his release clause and bring him to the football club. It would take a lot of money to send him out. I don't think Bowley is is willing to do that at this moment. So, what would be
Yeah.
the next step for Chelsea?
I'm gonna say this. But
Okay.
one of the problems we had with Frank Lampard was we didn't seem to see a specific strategy or a tactic deployed by Frank Lampard. We saw Frank Lampard picking the players, choosing the system, but when they went out on the pitch, and this was something that a lot of the players said after Frank Lampard left, is he told us, go out there and win the game. Go out there and do well. He didn't give them clear instructions, clear tactics. And I'm getting the feeling that I'm getting the feeling that Graham Potter is doing the same thing, because I want someone to educate me and tell me what tactics is Graham Potter employing in the game. What changes is he making to react to the game? Because we can see that. I mean, especially in the last game against Man City, we saw Foden nullified in that game. We saw other players didn't really have the ability to impact the game from Man City. What does he do? He takes these players off and he brings on Grealish or Mahrez. Okay, he changed where there was errors in the game. He changed it. I haven't seen this kind of reaction from Potter in any game. I can't even remember one tactical change that he has done. When he substitutes players, it's normally like for like. Okay, and if he doesn't do like for like, he takes off a striker and brings on a winger or a midfielder when you're actually looking to score a goal. I mean, if you want to take off a striker and bring on a midfielder or a winger or a defender, it's because you want to contain, you want to keep possession, and you're ahead. But not when you're behind and you take off your striker. Keep the striker on. Even if he isn't doing well, keep him on and bring somebody else in to support him. I'm not seeing tactical changes. I'm not seeing any tactical know-how. And if he does have that, then maybe I'm not clued enough. I might not be educated enough to see what he's doing. But I'm not seeing anything tactically changing in the games. Today's game, yes, we had a lot of youngsters on the pitch. Yes, we were expecting to lose the game, and maybe losing the game isn't a bad thing because it makes us or enables us to focus on the Premier League and the Champions League. Taking away an extra set of games might not be such a bad thing for our season. However, you still need to put in a performance that enables you to show respect to the club that you're representing. And unfortunately today we didn't see that. We didn't see a performance of that level. I apologize, but I have to run. I just wanted to come on and give you my quick thoughts and opinions. And I want to say a big up to all of you on this channel.
Thank you very much.
Keep smashing out the content. I'm watching you. I'm seeing the progress of your channel, and your channel is doing fantastically well. Anybody watching the stream, if you haven't subscribed to Blue Class TV, please hit that subscribe button. Please show your support and make sure you're liking this video. And thanks for having me on, Nee. And thank you, everyone.
It's always a pleasure, Mo. It's always a pleasure. Thank you very much. Have a good one. Enjoy your night.
Take care, guys. See you later. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
All set, guys. All set. He said a lot. Ryan, I want to hear the neutral opinion. What do you make from what Mo just said? What do you take from it? Are you not taking from what he said?
Yeah, I can understand some of his points. I was skeptical personally when Potter was given the job. Obviously, he did a good job. He did well at Brighton. There's a bit of echo.
Yeah, it's all right now.
Okay. Yeah, he did well with Brighton, but I mean, they finished like 9th last season, and that was heralded as one of probably his best season as a manager. But before that, he managed Swansea, and if you look at his like win rate when he was manager of Brighton, it's like 40%. It's not anything amazing. It's not setting the world alight. So you knew this was always going to be a step up for him, managing a big club. He's clearly an intelligent guy. He's got like a degree in emotional intelligence. He used to be a footballer, professional footballer. He's played the game. But yeah, it is early doors, and you feel the right thing is to give him time. But yeah, Chelsea are in just a terrible patch of form right now. I was just looking at the stats. They've scored like 6 goals in the last 10 games. 6 goals in the last 10 games. That's not that's not going to get it done. Their XG today was 0.1. 0.1.
And I've
It's
just
like,
just checked. He's now second favourite to be sacked behind Lampard.
yeah,
It's gone from
that doesn't
16-1
surprise me.
down to 5-1.
Man, we gotta do this Esakiko thing, man. I can't. Who wins? Who's gonna win it? All right,
Yeah,
go ahead.
and
Ryan.
you know, the comparison. I think Mo mentioned it as well. Like with Arteta, he was at one point last season. I think after like the first 5 games, he was like the odds-on manager to get sacked. Whereas Arsenal didn't sack him; they stuck with him, and now look where they are. Arsenal are 5 points clear at the top of the league, and he's completely changed it around.
Ryan, I'm going to interrupt you for a little bit. As we are talking right now, it's been announced, deal done. Reports from Fabrizio Romano just reported Harry Maguire deal done with Aston Villa are now deemed by all parties involved. No negotiations or talks.
Nazayan, I thought, man, you were going to say Potter's just been sacked.
No.
That's what I thought.
Oh, come on.
Harry Maguire, okay. No, sorry, guys. That's not what you want to hear. But okay, let's go, Ryan.
Nah, but all I'm saying is that when Arsenal had a tough start to the season last year, Edu, the board, everyone kept faith with him. But you could at least see glimpses. Like, they had a tough 3-4 games of the Premier League last season, but you could see in their performances some glimpses and some positive signs. I can't take many positives at all from the way Chelsea are playing right now. And that's what's worrying me for Potter's kind of long-term future.
That is true. Just like he was saying, Mo was saying, I've said it, everyone is saying, we don't see what he's trying to do. We saw Antonio Conte came to Chelsea. He had a style. He came to play. When he realized that things were not working, he went back to back 3. And from there, Chelsea got the Premier League kickoff. From there, we went on to win the Premier League. But he's been there for how many games now, Lord? How many games have Potter played?
Oh, it must be what, 20?
That's way too much, right? That's
20,
way
25,
too much to be able for the fans to be able to tell the style what Potter is doing. Are we playing midfield? You can't, players can't even hold on to the ball. They can't hold on to the ball for even a minute. They'll lose it. Wrong passes. What are we doing when we get to I've said it many, many times, the final decision, the final third, the decision we make up front, it's very, very awful. It looks like they don't know what to do when they get out there.
I don't think you have a cohesive attack. Like, I would say the first 20 minutes of today's game, first half, and then probably half of the second half, Chelsea were decent. Just decent, not good, not great. They were decent.
I don't even think it was decent.
But obviously,
they were trying.
Man City took the foot off the gas, right? Second half, they'd already won the match 3-0. They weren't forcing a fourth goal. They were just, slowing the tempo down, keep ball type thing. But there's no cohesiveness. Like I thought Zakaria, Kovacic, Gallagher to an extent. Some of the players they had a decent performances, but yeah, once they had it in the midfield, it's like there's no the attacking players don't know what to do. It's not a fluid attacking lineup. Like, you've got Havertz, you've got Ziyech, but there's no cohesiveness there. Like, they don't know how they're going to score a goal. That's what I'm trying to say. Whereas when Man City are attacking, it's very clear.
Right, I believe when Mason Mount's not in the team, we play better. Honestly, I'm a big believer of that. You saw the last game against City, we outplayed them. Although we didn't get the right result, we outplayed them for large spells.
I agree with that, yeah.
You know what I mean?
What's interesting as well from It's not a Chelsea point, it's more Man City. You can argue, like, watching them today, that again, this is a bit kind of out of the box thought, but they play better, like they play more as a team when Haaland isn't playing. Man City, like they're less
I get
direct
that.
and they're more
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They move
actually
the
more
ball.
of a
They
team.
move the ball also very slow when Haaland is playing.
Yeah.
So it's, they have two style. If one Haaland in, then we have to play this way. When Haaland is not there, we have to play this way. They play very well with the false nine. That is Pep Guardiola's style. He doesn't usually have a traditional number 9 with his back against the ball, with his running behind. That kind of thing is not his style. But the tiki-taka is his style. But then now he has Haaland. Okay, if Haaland's style is not working, I'm going to take him out. I'm going to use Bernardo Silva. I'm going to use this guy. What's his name? Alvarez in this position, in this false 9 position, and they can get a goal, because if they don't have a false 9 in there, it means that they have to go with that to a lot of passes. They play very fast, and then they play those interpositional. How would you call it? Those tiki-taka, and then that can get them so many goals because they're very fast. They don't hold on to the ball for way too long. Anytime a Chelsea player gets the ball, he's running with it. He's running with the ball. And I barely see Manchester City players besides Mahrez on the right hand side. He they pass the ball to him, he runs with it, cut back in, and then looking for someone in the 18. Or if Gallagher holds the ball, he's running. No passes, he's running. He's just running. I don't know if we're running a running football team. I don't know, because I don't see the style. Maybe Usain Bolt, just like him. Lord just said. So. Yeah, guys, let's have a conversation. Let's still keep going. Anyone that wants to chip in anything, you can just bring it in. Because, if you want to talk about Potter, we'll talk about Potter all night. You're not going to finish. That's great. What else more are we going to talk about today, guys? Any more? More?
Yeah, maybe it's like food for thought, but perhaps Potter he's playing long game. He's waiting for maybe new additions to come in, and the recent signings, the likes of Nkunku and Badiashile and Chukwuemeka, Thuram, who might be coming in the summer. Maybe he's, right now it's just about getting through this season with the players he has. We know the injury issues, but his mind probably is already on next season, and this is the way I want to play, and these are the players that are going to play in the certain positions. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm surprised Carney Chuka hasn't featured more. I think he's a brilliant player. Every time he's come off the bench, he's done something. He's impacted the game. He needs more starts.
Yeah, you're right. I was expecting he was going to repeat the same starting lineup that played at the bridge, because there's no point in rotating. What are you rotating?
Oh no, maybe you just want to give players a chance. To be honest,
Well, what's the chance? You're trying to come up with a very strong team going forward because of the injury. But then, if you just like Ryan said earlier on, we don't have a flowing attacking team. So how do you get that flowing attacking team? Teams that have played together, they know where this person is and when to lay the ball, when to have a long cross. This is the time. You played Zakaria a couple of days ago, and he was good. Why wouldn't you keep him? Use the same player, and then you move forward. But then make things difficult for yourself. Bring different kind of players in.
I don't think Mount playing was necessary, because he just came back from a knock. I think that wasn't necessary. For me, that was kind of a strange one, because usually when people come back from injury, they either in the bench or not in the starting 11. So I don't understand that one either.
I think we've said it all, guys, haven't we? We've said everything we can say. Everything's negative right now. Everything's looking very negative. I've go through my. If anyone have anything else we can talk about, then that's fine.
No,
but if no,
I would say Zakaria again played quite well. But the problem is these are all like individual good performances. It's not a good team performance. Yeah, that's Chelsea's problem.
This is why, do you remember earlier on, Ryan, I said it feels like under Ole when Man United were finished second, because Bruno was just bailing Ole out. Ole didn't know what he was doing. It was just hopeful. I'll put this line up. Yeah, I'm hope for the best. And then the individual players would bail him out and get the results. That's what it feels like to me. Just that the results aren't coming.
Yeah,
it's true. It's a fair comparison, and always long term, team trumps individual. Always in football.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let me read what I have here real quick. Now, come back to you, Ryan. Apologize for interrupting. Herbert said that if Havertz didn't score that Champions League final goal, he would have been massive flop. I forgot he played today. Absolutely, I understand. He forgot he even played today. Mason Mount, sent him to Everton. He only plays well if Lampard is a manager. We should have sold the players and kept what? Tuchel. We should have sold the players. Yeah, my friend, a guy that I follow him a lot, he said, we'll forever remember you, Tuchel. Legend. That's what they said there. Not the other way around. My brother here said his name is Star Slayer. I think Star Slayer 344. He said we should have sold the player and kept Tuchel, not the other way around. So that's what he said. Selling Tuchel and then keeping this player sometimes is mad. There are too many of them. At least you should have sold lots of them, some of these players, because Tuchel, you know what I like about him. I'll come back to you, Ryan. I'm sorry, please. This is what I like about Tuchel. His antics at the dugout when he stands at the touchline. The way manner he portray his feelings to the players, let them know that look, I'm not okay. I'm upset. You guys are not doing what I want you to do. But with Ryan said the psychologist Graham Potter, he doesn't show any emotions during that time. He just sit down, and when he's standing on the touchline, he crosses his arm, and you can't see any expression. So the players are not taking him serious. Right. Right.
Yeah, I think it's like Lord was saying. He's very comparable to Solskjaer. He's just like a nice bloke, friendly with all the players, but he doesn't have that ruthlessness like Tuchel had.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's ironic actually. He's left Brighton, and Brighton are above Chelsea in the league. Brighton are actually doing better than they were when he was manager there. Like Brighton I think 9th right now in the league, Chelsea are 10th. And his win rate was 31% when he was at Brighton, so it wasn't
like Brighton
anything spectacular.
Upgraded their manager. It looks like he's a better manager than Potter.
Yeah, this my guy over here said Tuchel literally said that we have the same problems because we have the same players. So some of these players have to go. Big up to you, my brother. If you're just joining us, you've never ever been here before and you've never subscribe to the platform, and you're always welcome. Do not hesitate. We will, if you want to be part of us that speaks, part of the panel, you're welcome. You have send your comment in. I don't charge a dime to read comments. I'm not one of those, but I'll read your comment for you for free. So get engaged, subscribe if you haven't, and also keep your bell notification icon active all the time and be part of our community. Today we don't have that many, but then they go in and come. So if you're part of us, subscribe and then be part of a community. It's a very entertaining community over here. What did he say? He said that I'm subscribed. Thanks, bro. Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate you for subscribing. And probably you've been here before, but I can't remember. I got lots of people that come and go. So I'm very happy you're here with us and then listening to the discussion. And so be part of it. Ryan, go ahead. I'm sorry for. Sometimes I don't want to ignore the viewers because when they send the comments in and it takes forever to read it, sometimes they might get pissed off and then they leave. So I just take the couple seconds to read it for them, acknowledge them that we care about them. So go ahead, Ryan, Mr. Ryan.
No, it's all good. The only other thing I'd add to it is it's obviously it's new ownership with Bowley, but if Abramovich still owned Chelsea, we all know. I mean, we'd be kidding ourselves. We all know that Potter would have been sacked by now.
Yeah.
If Abramovich was still in charge of Chelsea, given given their form. It's just he's testing Bowley's patience now. Like I was saying before, Bowley's he's not a football guy. He's a successful businessman. And he's successful. But he's also, and you have to be ruthless in business to be commercially successful. So he's walking on thin ice. I feel Potter. I think he should be given more time, but I worry for him. I think he could get sacked.
Yeah, he's not improving. I know they've given him 5.5 years. If he's not improving, we give him time. We're going down. This is a Premier League. It's not that easy to come out from being down to be prove yourself again. So the more it goes down, it becomes difficult. How long can Bowley give him, and who will be the next guy to bring it on? I know Lord said that Luis Enrique tiki taka, that would take him forever to implement that style. Because you have to remember, tiki-taka is a style of Spanish football. And then he was managing a group of players that understand that style already. So him going there, coming to Chelsea, how many of these players know how to play this tiki-taka football? Gallagher? Hell no.
No, but you can say the same thing when Tuchel arrived. How many of those players?
No,
Tuchel's first game was literally
playing.
tiki-taka. We had like 76% possession. We squeezed Wolves. We squeezed them high up the pitch. They couldn't get out. It was beautiful to watch.
It's true. Yeah, Pep said that. Yeah. He said they excuse you, and then Timo Werner in the middle, and then they do that, and they're all over the place. And I remember that statement from me. Big up to you, James. You come to? So it says what? Jody Morris thanks the trailing fans hidden message there. What about it? I'm not really getting this comments very well, brother. Bring it down a little bit so we can understand it. Jody Morris thanks the trailing fans. Okay. I get it now. I get it. I'm not sure if you guys get this message. Yeah, he said Jody Morris thanks the trailing fans. I mean, fans that came there. Is that what it means? I'm not so sure. Hidden message. What's that hidden message? Probably saying something different on the stream here, because when you read from the stream here, it's always different. There's a hidden message. I'm not sure if that's what it is.
Oh, I think he's saying Jody Morris thanks the travelling fans. Hidden message there, as if to say,
there's no V there.
Sacking is imminent.
Yeah, there's no V over there, so it's like trailing or traveling.
No, but it's obviously a typo, isn't it?
But why is Jody Morris thanking them? Jody Morris got nothing to do with Chelsea at this moment. There's no Lampard there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not sure then.
You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to put two or two together to understand the message. James said the traveling were shouting Tuchel's name. Shouting. Yeah. I heard that during the game. And I was like, what were they shouting for Tuchel to bring Tuchel back? It's going to be hard to see Tuchel coming back to the team. Do we see that happening?
No.
Unlikely, yeah. Unlikely.
But I tell you something, I want some more silky attackers. We need fresh faces. Like, these players are stale. We need to rip the attack, sell them, and get a new one. An example of a nice attack would be someone like a Jadon Sancho, someone silky like that on one side.
Sancho?
He's got bad end product. He's got no end product. He's even struggling.
Even like someone like a Gakpo now. Liverpool have freshened things up, haven't they?
No. Gakpo,
I want some signings like that.
I saw Gakpo play. I'm not so impressed, Ryan.
No. Blue Cloud. Sancho's quality. He is. He obviously it's going wrong for him right now at that club, but he is a good player.
I like him, but he's just a model right now.
Ryan, what do you think about Sancho?
Sancho,
I think he's a brilliant player.
Yeah, he was very good at Dortmund, and he started slowly at United, but he had like a good run of form. I think towards the end of last season, right, when Ronaldo was still there. But he's not being played now because he's lost his form and he's being protected basically by Ten Hag.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a player in there for sure.
But what do you make of Gakpo's debut? Do you like him?
Stale.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
There was something that he could do, but I think it was just very plain.
I
to be
want
honest.
Ryan to give me the answer. He's a Liverpool guy. Ryan, are you
Who's
impressed?
this? Fafana?
No, Gakpo.
Yeah, backball.
Oh, Gakpo. Oh, sorry, we're talking
Yeah.
Liverpool. He was all right. He was lively. I mean, we've just signed him. He's barely trained for like a few days, right? And he's already been thrown into an FA Cup game, and he's still learning the teammates, our style of play. He was lively. He was all right. It was a
All right.
decent performance.
Let me read what Star said. Star said, dude, it's the midfield. The attack is part of the problem, but the main thing that needs to be changed is the midfield. Also, Sancho has been a flop. Don't bring him here. We want serious
I'm in the
players.
mud. I'm in the mud.
You bring Sancho here, people will attack you. They don't want him.
Yeah,
They don't want
you're joking off.
Yeah, James
No, but-
says,
no, but the thing is-
James
the
says
thing is-
subscribe. Thank
no,
you,
but the thing
thank
is,
you, James. Thank you very much.
The thing is, people look at things with a reactionary view. Like, okay, it's gone wrong at Man United, but that doesn't make him a bad player overnight. Like, since Fergie left, it's all gone wrong at Manchester United. Like, structure from top to bottom. Like, so I'm not surprised it's gone wrong for him at that club. Like,
Yep.
what I'm saying, if you change a change of club, it can rejuvenate a player. It can get them back. You know.
Yeah.
That's my view. I rate the guy. I think he's quality.
I'd rather have Olise, to be honest.
Shout out to you, Yasmin. He said here from Blue Lounge. Thank you very much, Blue Lounge. Mo is sending people to the platform. Mo, I really appreciate you. Thank you very much, you guys. If you haven't subscribed and you're just joining us, thank you, Mo, for everything. I really appreciate you joining. Everyone is joining us from Mo channel. We really appreciate you. Star said, reactionary isn't this going to be second or third season? This is coming. This is a comment coming from Star. He said reactionary. It's a question. Isn't this going on his second or third season? I think he's talking about Sancho, isn't it?
Yeah. How many seasons? Second, no?
I think it's in the second season. He hasn't really done anything extraordinary. Like
Yeah,
we saw him did at Borussia Dortmund. So I'm not so sure. So yeah, guys. We have a lot of people coming in and go, but no one is putting the like on the video, guys. Do not forget when you come in, put a like on the video. Only 2 likes, and we've been streaming for over an hour now. A lot of people have come in and go, but they don't drop a like. So if you're just in, don't forget, please drop a like on the video. It'll help a lot. Okay. Yeah, we're still talking on Sancho. And guys, you haven't said anything about Detroit Fofana's debut today. How did you guys see him moving forward with the ball? I thought he was okay.
I didn't notice him. I was too busy typing on Discord, to be honest.
Yeah, Ryan, I watch him. I think he was able to hold on to the ball and some flick and passes here and there, and he was able to progress with the ball. There's a talent in him. From what I saw, I'm not so sure about Herbert. I mean, Ryan. Ryan watched the game with me.
Fafana.
Yeah, Fofana, the true Fofana, the Ivory.
Yeah, I mean, he's coming on. He's like, it's not the best circumstances to make your debut, is it? It's a bit of a mess to come on
Thank
when
you
you're
very much.
like
Sorry,
3-4
thank you
nil
very,
down.
very. Sorry, Ryan. Thank you very much, Yasmin.
No, go
thank
on.
you for subscribing. Also, I forgot to say it. Thank you very much for subscribing on the platform. Yeah, go ahead, Ryan. I'm very sorry for interrupting. Sorry, forgive me.
But yeah, he didn't catch the eye, but he showed some decent hold-up play. I remember that, like you said. And he looks a strong guy, and he's quite pacey as well. I did notice that he had a few runs where he was very direct and he was quick. And the likes of Phillips and Palmer and Silva, they were struggling to keep up with him. So, yeah, they need to phase him in, and I'm sure gradually he'll get better and get more minutes.
Yeah, I think
he had like one good season at Molde, right, where he scored a lot of goals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so obviously he he could become a prolific goal scorer for you.
Yeah, that will come with time if you have good midfielders. Our midfield is not good. One, Mason Mount not good enough. Conor Gallagher, whatever his name is not good enough. Kovacic not good enough. Who else is in that midfield? Who else?
Jorginho.
Jorginho. He I don't even. Is he a midfielder?
He's useless.
Lord, is Jorginho a midfielder?
No comment.
He's your guy. No, he's your guy.
Look, I rate him. So
Carefree CFC. Go ahead.
I rate him, but I will admit this season it's gone wrong for him. He's losing his legs. But prior to this season, I thought he's done a very good job and was very underrated by the role that he's supposed to do. But yeah, it's probably time, that he looks for a new club.
To throw the posters away.
Oh, wow.
This is what Star said. It says, regardless of what season Sancho is in, we are not in the state to be trying rejuvenate players, especially when we need to be rejuvenated ourselves. We have to rejuvenate ourselves. That is true. It makes a lot of sense, but we have to get some dead wood out. Some people don't like to use the word dead wood, but then Carefree Z CFC, big up to you. If you're just joining us, you've already liked the video, I could tell. Thank you very much for Carefree CFC.
Blue Clouds, let me just reply to that comment. So I remember a stat going around that isn't Sancho, in terms of goals and assists in his career, for his age, I think hasn't he got the record? Like there hasn't been a player in world football at his age that's done what he's done, albeit it's been in the German league. I get that, but what I'm trying to say is you don't turn into a bad player in one season overnight. He's still a good player. It's gone wrong for him, but he's still a very, very good player. He just is. His technical ability, he knows how to create chances.
Yeah,
that's my opinion anyway.
Yeah, I understand that. That makes a little sense. Yasmin said, subscribe, Carefree. He says he wants Carefree to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, just subscribe. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for taking the time and also subscribing and liking the video and also sending your comments in. We will take our time to read them. I'll read them all for you as long as it keep coming. I already have Yasmin. Okay, he was replying to Yasmin. Thank you, guys. We're trying to build a very, very consistent community here. We stream every day, and we're trying to add this to the Blue community. You don't have to be part of our channel over here. If you want to have a voice, we can put you in. Just DM me. Let me know. You can follow you can follow me on Twitter, Blue Clouds Media on Twitter. Also, we're also live over there. And if you want to be part of the panelists, message me and I'll put you in here. It's free. It's free. It's free. I'm not charging a dime for anything here. We're trying to build a very big community, just like others have. So if you have a chance, you can share our video on your platform, Twitter or YouTube or Facebook, whatever. Not YouTube. I don't think YouTube does that. Instagram, wherever, so our channel can grow. And also, the more likes we have on the video, and then also keep a bell notification icon active so you don't miss anything from us. The more also YouTube algorithm help it travel to places. That is how the channel grows in that manner. So we thank each and everyone that is here with us, and we are still talking. We're not done yet because we're trying to find solution. We've said a lot, we've criticized a lot. We haven't have many solutions at all. I don't know if Hams is still here. Hams, is there anything else you want to add to it? Ryan, is there anything else? Mahrez, I don't know why Chelsea fans could not get this guy out of this game. Mahrez have scored against Chelsea, I think, in about 4 occasions. I can only remember 3.
Almost every game he's played this season, basically.
Yeah, almost every game he played against Chelsea, he scores against us. I remember he came when he was with Leicester City. He came to the bridge that year that they won the league. He came to the bridge and have a nice finesse, nice goal, nice killing goal to score against Chelsea. He came to the bridge also just a couple of days ago. He scored. And then he scored 2 goals today again. Ryan Mahrez. Why can't Chelsea mark this guy out? He's been a ton of fresh for Chelsea fans. And like I said, this was going to be a chance for us to win a trophy. And then we just give that away. So, Hams, what is the way forward from here? Lord is back. let's have another discussion. Whatever we have to talk about the future, the way forward. We've talked about to give him chance. Hamza, I'll come to you. We talk about to give chance. When also there are so many rumors over the players that have been linked with the team. Hams, go ahead. You were talking.
What is the way forward? I think that the best thing to do for us is to focus on the transfer window in January. Try to get us players that we need for our squad, because as we got a lot of injuries, and we have to get players in. No matter how you, no matter how you like it, we have to.
And get players out.
And get players out as well. We have to also be fortunate that hopefully we have some good updates for the injuries, and hopefully they are in good progress, and we can use them for our squad to see the way forward in terms of that. And just hopefully we win the games in the remaining Premier League games. We just need to finish positive in the Premier League. I know we're not going to get top 4. I think it's pretty much over, but we have to just use the rest of the season as the just to see what we're going to do from next season onwards. So yeah, I think we need to use the remaining part of the season as the a solution for next season. So we just need to play for pride, basically. So go through the Champions League. I don't know if there's I don't know if we're going to win it or not, but we just need to pray for pride and focus on transfers.
Yeah, all said and done. Just like you said, I know people say the time that Chelsea doesn't play well, that's when they go ahead and win trophies. But then even the time that we won the Champions League, that was 2012, we had decent players. We still had Fernando Torres, who did magic, who could still hit. We have Didier Drogba. We have Gary Cahill. We have JT, who was on the bench. We have Mike Liston, was still on the bench. But we have Paulo Ferreira. We have Rahul Ramirez, or whatever. That naughty player. So we still got players that can also head teams. But now it's like we don't have anyone at all. And I understand what you're saying. So yeah, we're gonna try and wrap up the stream if we don't have much to talk about at this moment. Tomorrow we'll be back again with transfer news. Maybe we might have something for various clubs. I have a lot today, but I couldn't bring it in. We can still have some if we want to talk. Manchester United are now close and signing in. What's his name? I can't even say his name. I mean, I think we got to end that from here. We'll come back. Zinedine Zidane to Tottenham Hotspur. There's a link over here, guys. I don't know if you guys want to talk about this. If not, we can move on. Zinedine Zidane to Tottenham Hotspur. As per Fachiz, Tottenham Hotspur also have the Zidane on their radar in case Antonio Conte doesn't renew his contract. What do you guys make of this? Conte will make almost about, is it 10 million a year? I thought they said 10 million a year if he has a long-term contract with the club. If not, then Zidane is the guy to come in. Do we see Zidane coming to Tottenham Hotspur? Ryan?
I don't think so. I think it's a little bit far-fetched to become a reality. He's already turned down the US national team job, right? He was offered that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he rejected that. I can only see him managing like an elite club. No offense to Spurs.
Yeah, I don't think so. He's a winner. He's a winner. And Spurs
he's a winner, yeah. It's a massive job.
I think 3 Champions League, right? Back to back.
Back to back, yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, I want to mention one thing. How's Cho doing this season? I've not been following. Is he playing well? Anyone know?
Jude Bellingham.
No, Callum Hudson-Odoi.
No. I've been following him since he went to I think Mönchengladbach. I think
Leverkusen. I think
Leverkusen.
Yeah,
he's not playing well.
He's not playing well, no.
No, he's not playing well.
Wow.
That's why you haven't heard anything about him.
Because he's someone I'll be willing to give another try, get him back. Because I know the kid's talented. He's just a frustrating player that it just didn't quite work out. But yeah.
Yeah, he's not playing well. I was thinking I had he was gonna return back to the Premier League in January. He's thinking of returning. But then he was then
Wow.
playing well when he had that thought, when we have that rumor. But from now, we haven't heard anything, no reports on Callum Hudson-Odoi, and I haven't seen him, I haven't when I check online, I don't see any updates like maybe he had a very good game today, he played 90 minutes or he played 60 minutes. I don't see nothing from him, and it means that he's not really getting much playing time. So Callum coming back, he's also another good player with pace and also can finish. He's just like Christian Pulisic. He cannot finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, the problem I found when I was watching him when he was playing for Chelsea, I just couldn't figure out what position his best position is. Like, I don't think he's an orthodox natural winger. I think because he's pacey, that's where he's played. But he's
Yeah,
not like a centre forward. He's not a number 10. It's
no,
hard
it's
to
not.
like pinpoint where his best position is.
His best position is what you just said, orthodox winger. He's a winger. Yeah,
I don't
because
think he's an orthodox winger. His crossing is terrible.
But look, he doesn't put in cross. He doesn't put
dribbles.
in cross.
Yeah.
He's not
Yeah, 'cause
capable
he
of
can't.
keeping in cross. Yeah, he can't.
Yeah.
He can't cross. What he does is
So then he can't
doesn't
be a winger then.
but that's where he plays. Yeah, but look, they use him as how we have Eden Hazard. Eden Hazard doesn't really play in the middle. He likes to be on the left hand side, then he cuts in and finishes with his right. He's the same way Callum Hudson-Odoi. Yeah, Callum Hudson-Odoi in academy days, and when he played for under 20, he goes in, he take you on, he cuts out, he cuts in, and then have those placement angles just like Raheem Ramirez. What is his name? Ramirez or Rahir? I can't even say his name anymore.
Raheem the Dream,
Riyad Mahrez.
Raheem Sterling.
Yeah, no Raheem Sterling. Riyad Mahrez. Riyad Mahrez. Riyad Mahrez. What he does is the same.
He's my boy as well.
Yeah, the same way he plays. He cuts in and then have those angle placements and stuff like that. But it got to a point that dude cannot finish. Right after he came back from that injury, he could not. He gets scared. He doesn't take players on anymore. And when he does it, he doesn't finish very well. So, but besides that, he was playing very, very well. So that's the kind of player he is. He plays just like the City player. I don't want to say his name.
Tuchel was even playing him as like a wing back, wasn't he? Like a fullback.
Yeah.
Or wing back, I remember, yeah.
That's why.
But I think that's because he wasn't getting anything out of him playing more advanced, like a winger or a forward. So he was just experimenting different positions, trying to see where does this guy fit in. I don't know. It's a difficult one.
It is true, because it got to a point I was always getting pissed because we got lots of good players. I don't even know what he's waiting for. There's no way his time is running over. With certain age, then you don't get a chance to play for England anymore. You're passing your best with the Ghana national team invited him. He didn't join. Nketiah too. Nketiah is not going to get a chance to play for England. So what are you waiting for? Ghana also called you. See, there's so many players, Ryan. There's so many players, but I'll say this. I'm going to bring it's off the topic a little bit. Maybe some people don't know. The African teams have taken so much bribe and taken so much money, in a sense that there have been so many reports, there's so many instances that even Kylian Mbappe's father posted it. I don't have it, but I read it during the World Cup. He said Cameroon, this boy would have been playing for the Cameroon national team. Just like Mboma, the guy that played for, I think, Switzerland or Sweden. In Switzerland, that guy scored against Cameroon in the World Cup. The guy that scored against Cameroon in the World Cup was a Cameroonian. He said, Kylian Mbappe's father said, Kylian Mbappe's father said, the French national team did not charge me a dime for my son to play for their country, but Cameroon wanted to charge me for money for my son to play for their country. There's so many players that have played for the other countries, which if they have played for the African continent, the World Cup would have been close in Africa by now. There's so many players. Jerome Boateng, Marcel Desailly, Ghanaian, Jerome Boateng, a Ghanaian. His brother played for Ghana. Look at these two brothers, Inaki Williams, Inaki, and then also Nico Williams. One played for Spain, and the other played for Ghana, but the same mom and dad. One chose not to play for Ghana. So imagine if you have those two players, and Inaki Williams is one of the leading goal scorers in Spain right now, and Nico Williams is one of the top midfielders in Spain.
Yeah.
Now we have Kalimos Nodoi also, who's doing the same thing. We have Nketiah. We have all these players. Mohamed Salisu played for Ghana. So imagine if Ghana was able to have all these players, these top players playing for the national team. You have a country full of superstars. There's so many players, and I think it's a topic that sometimes someone has to set it down and go into it and ask, why are these African teams doing this to their own people? Which at the end of the day, it affects the country as a whole, but it doesn't affect the players. It affects the country, because if you don't want them to play, they'll go to a different country. They naturalize, and even they have more opportunity to get close to the champions, to the World Cup.
Yeah.
So I think we've said a whole lot. Unless somebody have something else you want to put into it. I know Ryan has a lot that he wants to talk about. Ryan, if you have any other topic, you can bring it on. We are all open for discussions, right?
Nah, I think for today I've covered everything. Yeah,
covered them. Yeah, we covered everything here. Lord, you and then Hams, if you guys don't have anything, we can bring the stream to an end. And thank everyone that came over today. Thank you very much. Ryan, you guys, Herbert, you have anything? Why do I keep saying Herbert and Ryan? Hams.
Yeah.
Jackson, speak. Anything more?
Jackson.
Yeah, Mr. Jackson.
I think we need to hopefully go for a right back. I know I kept seeing this, but I need to see some news about a right back, because that's a position we definitely need, as well as a midfielder, just to help us. These two are mostly the priority. If we're not linked with the right back, then there's not much going to change with the team. Because if Reece James is now getting injury prone, so we have to make sure we have get extra backup for protection for cover for Reece James. And that would be important.
Yes, I think that's where we're gonna end. Thanks to everyone. Tomorrow we'll be back again. If Ryan have time, he can join. If you have any free time, he can join us. If Herbert, I'm gonna have Hams and Lord for quite a while, and also Gilmore, maybe Steven if he's not watching football. So I don't watch football because that game is too physical for me, and it takes too long. One game takes 4 hours. And I'm not ready to sit down for just one game. I have so many things. Yeah, 4 hours for one game. What the hell?
Luke,
it's like watching cricket.
Yeah, I watch cricket or maybe ice hockey. I go to ice hockey and watch hockey all the time. Yeah, Lord, you're talking.
Oh yeah, Ryan's gone now. I was going to ask him something.
What are you going to ask him?
I was going to ask his thoughts on the Enzo deal, if it's going to get done.
Oh, Enzo? No, it's far away from getting done. Yeah, I can give you that. It's far away from getting done.
I heard it's going to be the end of the window.
Getting close to the end of the window. Yeah.
Wow.
Talk about, because the negotiation that there's no more talk at this moment. Everything has gone down until we hear something. And I'll let you know if I hear anything. Definitely.
Yeah, nice one, bro.
Yeah. No matter, I'll post it. Even maybe Steven will overtake me. He'll even post it before I get it done. You know your guy. You know your Steven. He doesn't play with the news. So yeah. So thank you guys. Huh?
You should get paid for that.
You don't start this again, Herbert.
Oh, wow.
Hams. Why are you doing this?
No, I'm happy that he brings news for us. He should get paid.
Yeah,
for it.
but you don't say that. You don't say that. You know yourself. You know he doesn't. No one pays him for what he does. Come on, Hams, please. We getting we're getting everything back again. We don't have to be repeating ourselves and then fighting. It's not necessary. Okay.
Well, what did Jackson say? What did Jackson say?
Does it get paid? Does it get paid for that?
Oh,
I said he should get paid for it.
It's something that I've had
Yeah.
before a long time
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
So am I right to say that, Lord? It's not nice for him to say that, right?
Yeah, I see why he said it, because like,
Yeah.
but I see your point of view as well. Like,
Yeah, it's not necessary.
no,
He likes to do that. He doesn't get paid for it, but he likes to get information and put it out
Yeah.
there for people to know. If he doesn't put it there, how will I know? Hams,
Yeah.
how will you know?
like an encyclopedia. If the encyclopedia not there, how will we know the information? Like that.
Definitely. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. That's what it
that's
is.
true.
So let's, we have to appreciate having someone like that, who will go over the odds and do it. So, Mahrez hates Chelsea. Kim So is back again. Kim So, we're about to end the stream, and then here you are coming again with another thing. He said Mahrez hates Chelsea. He scored like 4 times against Chelsea when he was at Leicester City. He scored 3 times, I think, against us. Either 2 or 3. 3 times when he moved from Leicester to Manchester City. Yeah, he's returning the flesh for Chelsea fans. Chelsea are finishing. Chelsea are finished. I'm going to Bayern. You're not going anywhere, Kim So. You're not going anywhere, brother. You're staying with Chelsea. I'm never watching a Chelsea game ever again.
I know how you feel. I know how you
We
feel.
know how you feel. I used to have a fan that was he was a Liverpool fan during those days when Liverpool were shit and they can't do anything. Yeah, he moved away from Liverpool to Barcelona. And then when Barcelona is getting shit, he was like, man, Liverpool. As soon as he left Liverpool started winning trophy. As soon as he left Liverpool started winning trophies. So yeah, let's not love in the individual. Let's love the club and then support them when they need help. So yeah, Kim So, we'll be back again tomorrow, brother. Also, if you can share our stream for us, it will help us next time so people can know more of us when we stream. So yeah, Hams, have a good night, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye.
Peace.
Yeah, peace out. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blue Clouds TV.